Hey, my friend, it's Sarah Love. Hi. Hi. It's January 16th, 2019, and I am finally here to talk about the energies of this month. And I'm just practicing what I preach because that's a big theme for me this year. Practicing what we preach is really important in so many ways. And one thing that I've been looking at is all the ways that I should myself, and I'm not very nice to myself on the inside, and part of that has to do with the commitments that I make and what I want to deliver to you and how I want to deliver it to you to support you and to share with you love and insights and things like that. And the thing about this beginning of 2019 is I have really needed to slow down so that I can listen to what is needed and what is important and where I want to really, really focus my energy instead of scattering it out into a million places. And I really want to be impactful and affect change and be a part of creating the loving future for us all. And what is that required of me in the last couple weeks is to really slow down, which is not a comfortable place, or I wouldn't say it's not a comfortable place. It's not a muscle that I've built very well. So I'm really working on it. And so that just brings me to today, because I'm here to talk about the theme of the month, which we're halfway through. But that's okay, because sometimes it's fun to look back and think, okay, the theme of the month, how it applies to the time that we've already had, and then we've got a couple more weeks to explore that. And this is a bit of behind the scenes. So when I created the calendar, if you don't know me, I'm Sarah Love. I make a calendar, and every day of the year has a little message, and every day is an uplifting message for your heart. Today it's funny because it says laughter heals, which I think is great. And if you're getting the daily email, you'll get an expanded message on what that means. But what I've done for 15 years now is make art for the top of the month, and that acts as a theme, as an energy, as a focal point for the month. And if you've seen any of these videos or have been around for a while, you know that I also do an oracle process before I even make the calendar. So the themes are woven into astrology and my spiritual practice of tuning in and listening on all these different levels, kind of time traveling into the future to see what we need. And this year was the first year that I got to use the Mystics Oracle deck. So I got to use the artwork from the card deck that came out last year, finally, after almost 4 years of creation, as the themes. So 10 out of 12 of these months are cards which have a theme, which have a message for you. And my plan is to get the theme in your inbox, if you're on my email list, in like the beginning of the month, or maybe even the last day of every month, so that you can have that as support for your journey. But here I am, mid-January, and that's okay. That's okay, because I love myself. Yay! And I believe in divine timing, and I really needed the last couple weeks to slow down and sift through all the things. So here I am, right on time, right? And I want to talk about January. I want to talk about the theme. So the card that was pulled for this month is the card that is the North. So in the card deck, there's a lot of different things represented. There's the major arcana from the tarot. There's elements and directions. And the North card being the theme of January. So just stick with me, because it's all gonna make sense. So the North card, I really had a beautiful time creating. It's very multi-layered, and it's got a lot of animal representation. Four-legged, there's white buffalo, which is a prophecy of peace, a time that we're entering in. There's the bear, there's the goat. And I love weaving in. January is a time of Capricorns. right? Until we get to Aquarius. But first, we're in Capricorn energy, which is, you know, such a great metaphor for climbing the mountain step by step. Very, very, very balanced, very, very adept at nimbly, you know, climbing up the side of the cliff. And it also in the northern hemisphere is winter, so the North card is the associated with the season of winter. What I want to do is give you some insights about this theme, because the writing for the deck was done by my dear mystic friend and mentor Lindsay Para, and it's really more succinct than what I could say. It was amazing collaborating with a writer to do the art so that I could just focus on the art and the symbolism and the magic of the layers and what the word means in visual form. But she did the writing for the channeling, really, for the cards. So the North card, which is January, which is the theme, I want you just to lean into this. I want you to feel like these themes of the month are for your support, for you to focus on feeling that energy wrapping you and holding you and supporting you and lifting you up, and whatever you need to feel like this is a little bit of a breadcrumb on your path to know that you're on the right track, and to also kind of fall back into as a support. So the North card, I'll just read the guidance. There's more to it. But the guidance is the North is the direction of not knowing and the unseen realms. You may feel as though you cannot see the path ahead, and you are afraid of what is to come. What would it be like to trust in the unfolding? What would it be to allow yourself to be journeyed into the not knowing, while trusting that the path before you will rise to meet your feet? In the North, you feel the spacious potential of the midnight sky or the deep winter's night. In the North, open up space for the dreaming and visioning of all that wants to be. When North shows itself, it is a potent time to let go and let God. You know that old saying, to let your path be illuminated by the lantern of trust and believing. You have powerful guides and allies at your side to help lead the way. So I felt like this was the perfect card for this month. And if you have the calendar on your wall, just let that artwork kind of permeate into your space and your eyeballs. Maybe take some time to just stare at it, meditate on it, see what comes up for you, because you obviously are the ultimate decider of your life and the author of your own life story. This card for me felt like a really great way to start the year, because it is about the unknown. It is about stepping back and being guided, because what is epidemic, I feel like right now in our times, is all we want to do is analyze and overthink and let our egos lead the way in this journey. And that's not going to get us to anywhere new. That's not going to get us the breakthroughs that maybe we're needing, or the really powerful, fun, exciting life that we're craving. That mode of figuring everything out logically and rationally and having all the answers and feeling really comfortable in our answers because it's really uncomfortable to not have the answers, that's just the old way. That's the old way of showing your work and being, judged on all the tight little loose ends that you've tied up. And you know what? It's really hard to be in a magical, creative space with that energy. So the North card is here for us. The artwork of the theme of January is here for us to remember that the winter, or the long night, the dark time, the cold, the ancestor wisdom, the guides, the unseen realms are here. They're always present, and we can do the dreaming. We can surrender to that creativity that only exists in the cave. We can crawl into a more slow pace, and that actually more things might get done, and we might be more productive if we slowed down and rested and let our imaginations have some time to unwind, instead of just the ego mind controlling our thoughts and making everything like a contest. the theme of the month with the North card being dream time, being leaning in to rest, being something that you can remind yourself that this is good to not have all the answers. It's actually the space where the universe can give you all kinds of magic doorways, because the thing about figuring it all out and having all the answers and having a clear path ahead, and we know exactly steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is that we're not open to opportunities. We're not open to new visions or new exciting collaborations or partnerships, because when we think we have all the answers, we basically shut down to anything coming out of left field, because nope, that's uncomfortable, not gonna go there. But excuse me, but when we're in the unknown, even as uncomfortable as it can be for our egos, it's where the magic happens. It's where the new ideas come from. It's where the exciting opportunity or the illuminated answer that you've been waiting for. And when we stop banging our head against the wall thinking, I need to figure this out, and we just surrender and go, I don't have it figured out, that's when sometimes the most productive and the pieces fall into place and the answers are revealed. So loosen your grip on reality, because we are moving into a future. This year could be anything that we want. Well, not that we want. I mean, this year could be a lot of things. This year could really have surprises and exciting new roads ahead. But if we keep doing the things the way we've always done them, we're not going to change ourselves or our culture, our society, our way of being. So the first step is that surrender, that leaning in, that it's a dark night and we're gonna either stargaze or make a fire or go to sleep and dream and rest. Or maybe we're gonna sit up weaving together and telling stories. But we're not gonna worry and trip out and run ourselves ragged thinking that I have to figure this out and I have to have all the answers tomorrow. Because it's not that easy and it's not that fun to do that to ourselves. So that's the theme of January, finally coming at you right here in the middle of the month. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some threads of inspiration for yourself, some permission granted to be in the mystery of life, to just basically be swimming here in your life as a spiritual being, having a human experience, wanting to make the most of it, but also wanting to be relaxed and allowing life, the magic of life, to happen around you and inside of you. All of this information is going to come through in an email. There's also the daily email. If you're not signed up yet, you can get a daily email that is a deeper meaning for each day of the calendar. So you'll get the calendar, message of the day, and then you'll get a deeper kind of thing to ponder, which is really, it's been so amazing to work with that energy for me. And I'm getting a lot of feedback for people that it's just a really highlight of their day. So sign up for the daily email on istandforlove.com. I'm also truly and finally announcing my Patreon is live, and I started it up at the last year and then really didn't tell very many people about it because that's sometimes how I do. But you can join me for hour-long creative art sessions, and all you got to do is become a patron for $1 a month or any amount. But this is a way that we can move off of Facebook and Instagram without being, at the mercy of algorithms and whatever else, Big Brother, and move into community where you're choosing to be there. You're choosing to, be a part of the I Stand for Love community, with you getting involved in that way, and you can have all the free gifts and the discount codes that come along with it. But it's just another platform that's going to be a little more intimate, and I would love to have you over on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/istandforlove and become a patron for $1 a month or $5 or whatever you want to do. There's bonuses and fun gifts for you at any level. And so next Tuesday, I'll be doing my first creative session over there on Patreon. I can't wait. It's going to be art making. Art. We're going to do creative stuff together. It's going to be super cool. So, yeah, I think that's what I've got for you today. Let me know if you have any questions about the, messages of the calendar, the themes of the month, the daily affirmations, anything that I can help you go deeper on or understand or support you in any way. I'm here. I'm down. Let's do it. We're going to do this together. We're going to create a more loving future together. And I'm here to support your heart on that journey. And of course, I can't do a video without at least one deep breath. Putting your hand on your heart. Exhaling. And saying, I love you to yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Good job. All right, I'll see you soon. Mwah. Thank you. Bye-bye.